Hello, audio people. Andrew here behind the fader again. Well, I decided to start to record this kind of videos, just talking head videos, or in my case, probably talking head videos. So yeah, I will walk like couple of days every week, and we'll try to record these videos like a vlog videos. And the main purpose of this video is just for my own reference. You know, I will be really curious and it will be really interesting for me to watch this video in a couple of years, and for my kids too, for my family and for my friends. And if you consider yourself my friend, you're welcome to watch this video as well. But if not, if nobody will watch this video except of me and my family, I will be happy too. So, yep. I live in Austin, Texas, in the Green Belt. So, yeah, you will see the front camera. No, basically back camera. And yeah, here we go. I will just share my thoughts. We'll share my plans for the future. We'll share some interesting stories from my life. So yeah, welcome. So here we are. I just met a deer here in this park, which is cool, you know. And this park is like 10 minutes distance, walking distance from my house. And that's a nice park. I was walking here a couple of times already. And yeah, I'm just enjoying walking here. It's kind of hot in Texas this time, in July, August actually already. And it'll be even worse in September. But I'm walking in the morning and it's kind of okay, you know. Anyway, so today it's a kind of introduction video to the vlog videos of this channel. Oh, that's interesting. Something is hanged at this tree. Let's check it out. I'm wondering what is that. Is it a mug? Yeah, there are some mugs on this branch. I don't know what this is for. If you know, please leave a comment. And if you're watching this video, I've never seen this before. That's weird. Anyway, so yeah, introduction vlog video. So let me share my story really quick, and I will share like really top overview level for, I don't know, last 20 years, maybe 25 years of my life. So 5 years, no, even actually 6 years ago, I moved to the US from Russia with my family. And the reason why we moved is all this crazy war situation between Ukraine and Russia. So this second phase of this war didn't start it yet in 2019 when we moved in December. But if you don't know, the war started at 2012, 2013, something like that, the first phase. And I remember how we were traveling in Russia. We were driving on a highway, and it was south of Russia, which is kind of close to Ukraine, and we lived in south of Russia in Volgograd. So we were driving on a highway, and suddenly we met, like in the front traffic, in the cross traffic, there were a bunch of trailers, like huge trucks, like 18-wheelers, hundreds of them with tanks on it. So they were transporting tanks. And it was in 2013, probably, or something like that. I already, at that time already, I understood that Russia going to do something bad. It will become aggressor. So yeah, that's why we escaped from Russia. And I can do more videos about that. I can talk for hours about this. But this is not about politics, it's about my life. So we decided to escape from Russia. We started to look how to do that. We were not rich. I was working as the audio video engineer in production companies, in the production center. So we did some kind of AGT events in Russia for kids. It actually was like a song contest for kids. And it was like not nationwide, statewide. We had like 2,000-3,000 people events only in this song contest project. And also I was working with other bands as a front of house, as A1 and A2. Yeah, I even managed the band for a couple of years. So I did it for like 25 years or so. I had an opportunity to build the audio recording studio from scratch, and that was amazing. So I studied acoustic and did some projects. That's what I was doing in Russia. So we were not really kind of rich. I think we were in the low middle class or something like that. So we were able to buy one bedroom apartment with family of 3 at that point. Now we are a family of 4. So all we had just one bedroom apartment and a house, a pretty big house, like 3-bedroom house, I believe. But it wasn't kind of our house. Our parents helped us to build this house and they allowed us to stay there. So when we decided to move, we left this house to our parents, and we sold our 1-bedroom apartment. And bedroom apartment in Russia kind of cheap, so we didn't have like a lot of money. We spent almost all this money for green card interview, medical exams, tickets, airplane tickets to the US, and we had some amount of money maybe to survive like 5 or 6 months in the very slow mode in the United States, to rent like 2-bedroom apartment, buy really cheap car. Yeah, so we were not rich, we didn't have a lot of money. We moved with 2 backpacks, 2 kids, and our oldest one, she was, 7, I believe, maybe 8, and our youngest one was 1 or 2. So it was kind of stressful, but it wasn't questionable that we should move from Russia somewhere. So we were lucky, and I won green card lottery. So that's how we moved. That's how I was able to move my family. So that's how we escaped from Russia. And when we moved to the United States, and we moved to Austin, Texas. Because first of all, Texas is huge. I like Texas, I like this nature, you know. There is no winter, there is no snow. We kind of tired of snow in Russia. And Austin is the capital of music, you know, a lot of events, a lot of production companies. I thought that it's working this way, at least. But when we moved, pandemic started, and I wasn't able to find any kind of job in audio video industry. Even some kind of survival job in audio video industry didn't exist, because entire industry got shut down. And this was a little bit frustrating, but it's still better than stay in Russia with this war situation. So I still was more happier than staying in Russia. Now I found really entry-level survival job in a factory, basically. So in a company that did windows and doors for commercial buildings, and I was working in a shop. And I was working there like for, I don't know, 6 months, maybe a year. My started salary was, when I just started to work there in 2019, my salary was $12.50 per hour. Yeah, I don't know how we even survived. Sorry, there was some interruption. My wife called me. She's like, "Oh, where is my husband? He's gone." No, I'm just walking, praying and recording vlog videos. Oh, that's interesting. Last year, people really took care about these signs and they cut the grass. Not this year, for some reason. I don't know. Maybe they cut budget for parks or something, but it's definitely kind of wild this year. It was much better last year. Anyway, so where we are. Oh yeah, I was working on this survival job in the pandemic. We were able to survive, and I'm grateful for that. That was challenging time. I didn't speak really good English at that point when we moved. I had like really basic level. I don't know, I don't speak good English even now, and you can kind of hear that from this video. My grammar probably is really bad, my pronunciation is not perfect. And by the way, this is one of the reasons why I decided to record these videos, just to practice English, because at home I speak Russian, mostly Russian. My kids prefer English more and more, but with my wife I speak Russian, and I want to speak English more. And another interesting thing, that when I don't see myself speaking English, it's hard to evaluate my skills, my language skills, and it's hard to kind of correct myself. But when I record it and then I can listen it, it's much better. I can hear each and every detail, I can hear each and every sound. I understand, okay, this word probably should sound differently. Here I should use different construction, like different order for sentence, for words in a sentence, and so on and so on. So again, if you are an immigrant in the United States, please start to record these kind of vlog videos for yourself and post them on the YouTube channel so you can practice your English skills. Yeah, I would highly recommend to do that. I was kind of not smart that I didn't start to make these videos early, only in 5 years. When I already lived in the US, but anyway, I'm doing that right now. So yeah, and so I was working in this survival job and I completely understood that I should change something. We cannot really do that in the long-term perspective, so I decided to switch to the different field, to the different domain. And IT was booming at that point, especially remote jobs were booming because of the pandemic, and they switched everybody to this telework, to the remote mode, you know. And I decided I'm gonna switch to the IT. And so developer jobs were kind of really challenging, but there were another subdomain, I would say, in the IT domain, which is software quality assurance, and specifically QA automation. So if you don't know what is that, it's basically people who develop this software to test the software. So it's automation tests that are running on servers, like daily, hourly, on demand during development process, and they doing regression testing, stability testing, integration testing, all kind of testing. Yeah, and that's much easier. I thought that it's easier than developer work, developer jobs. So I took the courses in Palo Alto remotely, but the school was in Palo Alto in California. So I took 6-month courses, I believe, or maybe 4 months. I think for me it took 6 months because I was working and I was studying after my full-time job. So it's probably took about 6 months. And then I went, I did a couple of projects. It took like another 2 months. Then I went to the job market for another 2 months, and I got 3 job offers, which was amazing. Yeah, when I just started, I was thinking nobody will hire me because of my bad English, because of my not huge experience in this industry. But because I did all these projects, I kind of had an experience. And the way how I approached my interviews, I developed automation for this specific company, like kind of basic automation tests, and showed them these tests on the interview. So here we go, life hack for you if you ever need it. And that's, I believe, how I got these 3 job offers, because I came to the interview kind of prepared. I knew what this company doing. I already gave them some kind of, I already committed something to this company even when I wasn't hired. Yeah, and I accepted the best offer. It's an amazing company in the educational domain, and we are doing software for students and teachers. I would say some kind of digital backpack or interactive books. Yeah, so I switched to this. Oh, look at that, that's nice hill. I'm uphill right now. This is the view. So yeah, that's how I switched to the IT, and that's how I was able to survive in the United States and take care about my family. Now, at the same time, I was volunteering in the church here in Austin as the audio video engineer. I would say as the audio video director. We are Christians, and when we moved to Austin, we immediately found the church, like the same church that we visited in Russia, because it's an international church, and we joined it. And in like a month or 2, audio video director decided to leave the church temporarily. So he returned in a couple of years. So yeah, I started to volunteer as the AV guy in this church, and then I really quick grew up to the AV director position, and I was doing this audio video engineering for this church all these 6 years, which allowed me to maintain my skills in the AV industry, to keep them on a certain level. So that was a blessing for me. And again, I can record more and more videos about that, and I can talk about that for hours probably. There are very many interesting stories about our experience in the church and about different miracles that God did in our lives here in the US, and how basically He helped us in many situations. He supported us. But this is the completely different video. Wow, look at this tree. That's a huge tree. It's amazing. It's probably a good place to pray. I think you can see sunset or sunrise. Oh, look at this branch. I think you can see the sunset or the sunrise from here. I will check it out, and maybe I will film sunset or sunrise video from here one day for you and for me. So yeah, I was able to keep my AV skills on a really good level, because the church gathered in the theater. So we rented the ZEC theater, and this is the amazing place for audio video engineer, you know. So I was able just to go ahead and mix the live sound and mix live stream every week. There are some people riding bikes here, which is nice. And that's how I supported my audio video skills. So I still doing that. And church moved like 5 times in these 6 years. So I did at least 5 integrations from zero to the complete AV setup. That was good experience as well. Also, I was offered to work as the AV engineer on a couple of events, like for some corporations and even for another church when we just did. Awesome people. Hey, good morning. Yeah, another church was struggling with the sound, and they hired me to help them. So given all of that, I started to miss my AV career, and I'm still in this IT domain, but more and more I just want to try to kind of switch to the AV industry back, because there is no COVID anymore, and I see that AV industry has demand, at least some demand right now. It definitely will be challenging because I don't have all this kind of proven experience in United States production companies. I was working as a freelancer, and there are much less money in the AV industry rather than in IT industry. But I believe that people were created together, and I just want to be part of that. I want to help people together. You know, right now I'm working remotely, and I've never met in real life my coworkers. So I only saw them through the Teams or through the Slack, and that's it. So this is the downside of these IT jobs. So I started to prepare to become the AV freelancer, and maybe even run like a small rental business, like a really small production company or something like that, just because I don't see the way to make the same amount of money that I'm making right now doing just audio video engineering. That's kind of really challenging stuff, and I think only one way to take care about my family and take care about my personal needs and for me to be happy doing the job that I like is to actually do business in this industry. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I was able to develop the website web portfolio for myself, because I'm kind of developer already. So I'm SDAT, software development engineering test, but I know how to develop the software, especially in the web. So yeah, I'm in the process. I will share this my progress on this channel. I have some interesting ideas for production companies, how to make some kind of, I would say, custom equipment that will be really effective and efficient. Yep, so we'll see how it goes. Again, I will share my progress with you. Also, by the way, if you're an immigrant and you are wondering what kind of English level do I need to live in the United States, to get the good job in the United States and so on, I would say this kind of English you do need. Oh, there are more people, I will not film them. Hello. Yeah, this park is kind of crowded. There are people walking. I thought I will be alone here, but no, there are definitely people enjoying this park and exploring. And by the way, this park, it's a green belt. It's a part of the green belt of Texas, and it's connecting to different, maybe even 3 different neighborhoods. So I can walk through this park from one neighborhood to another. That's cool. Now, anyway, you don't need like really perfect English. You don't have to speak like a native speaker. You just need some basic English level so other people can understand you and other people can communicate you. And my suggestion to new immigrants would be, number 1, please stop speak your language as soon as possible and start speak English as much as you can, even with your family. I don't know how you're gonna do that. So I know that for Spanish people it's kind of challenging because there is a huge Spanish community here, and you probably will be forced to speak Spanish anyway. In Texas we have 2 languages everywhere. It's like a standard. It's like government standard. So if you will go in any place, you will be able to find assistance in English and Spanish, and sometimes in Spanish only, but not English. Yeah, welcome to Texas. This is the reality, and it makes really hard for people who speak Spanish to start speaking English, because they feel really comfortable here. They don't need to learn English at all. They can find jobs just having the Spanish without having the English, you know. But I think that it's still beneficial to learn English, specifically for these Spanish people. They can learn English and they can have 2 languages, which are very, very on demand here. So if you can speak Spanish and English in Texas. Oh, there was a cut because my wife called me. She's like, "Where are you? Please go home." Okay, I'm walking home right now. I'm heading to my house. I'm returning back. But yeah, so basically it's really, really beneficial to know English and Spanish in Texas, because you can be bridge between management and like regular workers, and just Yeah, for example, in the construction industry, the management cannot speak Spanish and workers cannot speak English, and that's why you can be like a supervisor or a lead, because you can be this bridge. So I would say, if you know Spanish, go ahead and learn English as soon as possible. It will significantly improve your career path. 100%. Yep. Now, and again, you don't need perfect English, you know, just listen how, what kind of level I have, so you can hear it, right? I'm in the top 18% across the United States in terms of salary. Let me show you the view. This is the view. I think it's a cool place. So yeah, just don't worry about your English. Take any kind of chances. Apply at any kind of jobs that you're interested in. If, of course, if you can do this job, you know. But the language should not be a barrier for you at all. Even if you will not pass the interview, not a big deal, you know. You will have a practice on real life interview in real English, so that will be beneficial for you anyway. And finally you will find something that is match your expectations perfectly. Yeah, so this is the lesson that I've got from my immigration process. I was applying in like, I don't know, 50 or 40 companies, and I had like 20 or 30 interviews. And my first interviews, they were really horrible, and I felt really bad about that, primarily because of my English. And you know, in the IT industry, you have to speak with recruiters from India, or with recruiters who speak this Indian accent. Like, I don't know how do they understand each other, but they have horrible accent, even worse than my accent. And you know how hard it was to just guess what they're trying to say. But because, like, on the first interview, I just was able to recognize questions, but I wasn't able to answer anything because my brain was processing, okay, what's he trying to ask? And maybe on 10th interview, I already knew all the questions that these recruiters asking me, even with this horrible accent. And yeah, that's how I was able to proceed. Look at this cactus. It has these flowers on it. Look, that's nice. So yeah, I think all you need is just use any opportunity to speak English in any way you can do it. Like, if you can get any kind of job interviews, go to the job market and look for the job. Start to get these interviews. If you like hiking or biking or something like that, go and join some kind of group and start speaking English. If you are in a church, go and start communicate in your community. Go and start some kind of business. I don't know. There are a bunch of opportunities to speak English. Now, you can definitely text in a Facebook, in the Instagram, through the messages, but I will tell you, it's not the same as speaking English. So I can text fluently, especially with all these new technologies that can correct my bad grammar through the text. You know, it's not a big deal. But when you start to speak the language, it's a different story. So you can, and I can read and understand almost anything in English, like maybe not something really specific, but 90% of English I can read and understand. But it's not the same as hear the same words and understand them. Because in my head and in your head, I believe, when you are reading, you are not translating like this to the sound, and when you hear same words, they are kind of disconnected between how you pronounce them in your brain and how other people pronounce them, the same words, to you. So yeah, you need to speak language, you need to speak English. Well, I think that's it for today. So I was really enjoying this walk in this trail, in this park. I definitely will walk more. And yeah, see you behind the fader next time. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe. So yeah, have a great day. Bye.